Hello.
And we're back.
Yeah. But we're back with someone special.
Very special guest.
What's up, guys?
State yourself. What's your name?
It's Anthony.
Anthony, the guy we always talk about.
My
The
lovely
guy
Asian friend.
we always talk about. I'm Boss.
My name's Dennison.
This
We're
is
your
a hot
host.
dog joint. Yeah. So we finally have a guest on. This is literally a year in the making. We've been talking about this shit since December.
For real.
So finally we have a guest, and hopefully we have future guests. But right now we have Anthony.
It's an honor to be here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You want to introduce yourself real quick?
All right, so my name's Anthony.
Yeah.
I grew up in.
You don't gotta say where you're from.
Yeah,
just for you to start getting stalkers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where do you go to school?
I go to school in Cornell. I'm
Yeah.
studying physics.
Oh
math.
shit!
Physics
Um,
head.
Physics. Yo, we about to get
What
physics podcast in here.
So I play some sports.
Okay, yo, you do Olympic weightlifting.
Yeah,
Oh,
and then
shit. We're definitely gonna have an Olympic weightlifting
I also do
episode.
chess. You know,
Chess, yeah.
that's a sport right there.
Yeah.
Chess.
Yeah, I
Tech-
play some
is it?
games.
Is chess a sport?
Dude,
It's a
it's my
mental
Spanish
sport.
project. Man.
No, wait.
You remember that? Were you in my Spanish class?
Chess is a sport?
Yeah, I
I
did
didn't
a
know
whole
that.
Spanish presentation on it.
I wasn't in there.
Damn, dude.
Wait. What class was this?
Carmona.
Carmona. No, it is. Yeah, I do remember. And I did, shit. What did I do? Forget.
Sucking cock.
But now I know. Mining fight. I remember that. Shout out to those people who were in Mr. Carmona's class. But
Dude,
yeah.
remember when what's his name? Kevin Bacon or whatever went up and just smacked Joe Harvard in the head.
Yo,
That
yeah.
shit fucking killed me.
Yo, I remember it vaguely, but I do remember that happening. Yeah, that class was wild, bro. I remember Brittany just fucking yelling at that nigga all the time, yo.
Yeah.
Whitney, I don't even know how he said it.
And then Carly Pope. I think no, we didn't have Carly Pope. No, we had William.
William.
Yeah.
William.
I haven't seen that guy in a while.
Yeah.
Or Javier.
Javier.
Yeah.
Javier. Yo, that man's in the military, bro. That
I
man's.
thought he was in the police academy. Just chilling.
Nah, dude's up in, I don't know, Korea or some
Oh,
shit.
shit, really?
Yeah, I think
Korea?
or China. I don't
Oh
know.
shit, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, he's always posting guns and shit.
What the
He's
fuck?
getting big.
That's good.
He's getting no more bird chest. but yeah, that's crazy. So 3 people.
Yep.
This feels crazy. This is an interesting podcast dynamic with 3 people.
Right?
But I think it's way better.
Yeah.
Not that way better. It's like I think it's fun.
It's definitely more fun.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
think so? What makes it different? It's like
Is this just another human being
To talk to you
okay.
about different
to
topics.
bounce off ideas?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you wanted to come here to talk about prison reform.
Yeah, because I'm taking a class in prisons, and one of my assignments is to interview some kids
Yeah.
about their thoughts.
Yeah, Anthony's
Yes,
using this
sir.
podcast to get an A.
Yeah, I need an A
Uh,
right now, guys.
That's pretty much it.
I kind of like flunked this semester, took everything pass fail, because
Yo,
Corona's kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Wait, so you really
I
did?
took a couple classes past.
I took
fail,
everything
too.
pass fail, dude. It was so hard to
God
study.
damn.
Yo, I'm not going front. I took most of my classes pass fail too. But like my GPA still increased. I was like, yo, what?
How'd
the
your
heck?
GPA increase?
I have no clue. I was like, what?
Did you select like strategically?
Yeah, I just
Okay, I kind of just like balls to the wall. I think I got like an A, but I pass failed it.
Yo.
So it's like
I was reading some of the criterias to pass fail your classes, and it was like you must attend every class and you must take the final. I didn't take the final for one of my classes because like there's no way in hell I'm gonna pass this class either way.
you still pass.
I did the pass fail thing and I still got it.
What the fuck?
Legend.
I was like, shit. I really just juked this whole system, and it's not like they can like, well, yo, I'm gonna just say, yo, Corona, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I feel
Corona,
like it's
bro.
gonna be everybody's excuse now.
Hold on, bro.
Corona, bro. Like that's all I gotta say.
That's crazy.
But no. So you said you wanted to come here and talk about prison reform. So what's your project about?
All
Yeah.
right, so
What's
recently,
the class about?
all right, recently the class, right?
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of this period? Have you ever heard of the term mass incarceration?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it started in like 1973 when prison population grew from like 100 people per 100,000
Yeah.
to 700 prisoners per 100,000. So it grew nearly 7 times.
God damn.
When
That's-
I think
It's
Reagan
crazy.
was like declaring the like tough on crime
Mm-hmm.
policies, right? And then the war on drugs,
War on
and shit like
drugs,
that,
that-
right?
Yeah, war on
Yeah.
drugs.
That fucked up niggas.
I really did. Yeah, that's crazy.
And then I was reading like even goes before that,
Mhm.
where we started getting to convict leasing.
What's that?
What is that?
It's like
Convict leasing.
back in I think Jim Crow era,
Mhm.
when African Americans were sent to prison, the prisons would be able to lease them to like workers for like money, and it's basically slavery,
That's basically
but
slavery.
legalized
Yo,
and on
what?
criminals.
Convict leasing. Is
Yeah.
this in the
Yo.
textbooks? Did
Dude,
we learn this?
They're hiding it for you guys, dude.
Yeah.
It's so fucking crazy. It's
What?
basically slavery in 1920.
What?
fucking
I
crazy.
actually did not
Yeah.
know that. Convict leasing. So they would go to prisons and be like, yo, we got these prisoners, man. They are able to do work, and they would go to these industrial factories or some stuff.
Yeah, they would go to like it was even worse than slavery. They would go to plantations. They would go into mines.
Oh, they would go to plantations.
Yeah, and they would go into
oh.
like
I remember learning
the
about this
Florida
shit.
swamps to like cut some weird grass to like make tobacco. I have no idea, but shit like
What?
that. And
That's crazy.
all right, the worst part is, right? You would think that, oh, it's basically slavery but with white guys too, right?
Yeah.
But no, they made the white guys stay at the prisons, and quote unquote they selectively made laws and had like certain prejudices so that
Yeah.
mostly African Americans would be arrested and sent to convict leasing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then some of their like justifications were like the black man was more able-bodied for work, whereas the white man was
Yo.
like they
A
only
little dulled potato.
they would only for the reason why like there was I think there was like a 80% black population, like a 20% white population.
Mhm.
But even then, it was because the only reason that white people were there was because they sent white people for like the worst crimes, like murder, like rape.
Yeah.
But they sent a black person for like stealing a pig for like 2 years, right?
Yeah.
So they churn out in and out like
Wow.
black
Wow.
prisoners.
I mean, honestly, you still see that today. You know, you see how the same crime could get you 2 different sentences by the color of your skin.
Yeah.
But that's crazy,
Yeah.
and it's crazy how we still haven't changed. But you know, with all these protests, hopefully we see a change. But
We
tell
definitely
me more about this, man. That's like convict leasing. What else is there?
There's a convict leasing. Then there's like the new Jim Crow. Have you ever read that book by Michelle Alexander?
The new Jim Crow. I've heard of that
Yeah.
phrase.
She's basically talking about like how basically the new war on drugs is basically a systemic process to like churn in like black people into the prison system,
Mhm.
and then once they are in the prison system they get marked as a
Mhm.
convict, as a felon, and they
Yeah.
basically lose their rights. They can't vote,
Mhm.
they can't hold a firearm, they can't bear firearms, they can't do a bunch of other shit, they're discriminated against jobs, education, all that shit,
That's
right?
wild.
But doesn't that sound exactly like Jim Crow?
It does, yeah.
It's basically the same shit.
Yeah.
And you can see the black population is like what? Like I think black prisoners. I don't want to fuck up the statistic.
What's
but
it? I can search it up right now.
Yeah.
What's the population of black prisoners?
yeah. There's like
What's
it's definitely the majority. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's probably
yeah.
like a ratio of 3 to 5, probably. I think. No, but that's wild though. I mean, I don't know if you ever saw this documentary. It's called 13 on Netflix.
I haven't. What's it about?
It's basically the same shit. Where like how 13th Amendment basically like abolished slavery, right? But the loophole in it is that if you commit a crime, like you're still technically a slave, which
Yeah.
was basically you were saying, right?
Yeah.
Which is, I don't know.
And it wasn't even like it was petty crimes. There was the youngest instance I saw was a 7-year-old got sentenced for stealing, I think, like a chicken or something. A 7-year-old, or it was
Yo,
like
what
some
the
boots or
fuck?
something ridiculous, and they still sent a 7-year-old into like.
He's probably just hungry. He's probably just trying to get some food.
Okay, so I'm coming on across some numbers. And it says in 2017, blacks represented 12% of the U.S. adult population. but 33% of sentenced prison population. Whites are accounted for 67% of adults, 30% of prisoners. Okay, so there's still, it's not much of a gap, but there's a gap. The rate has declined
If you look at the per population,
per population.
it's much larger. Yeah, it's yeah, it's the same idea. It's basically systemic racism is so like ingrained
Yes,
in
bro.
society that
I mean, we're starting
We
to
don't
see
even
change
see
now,
it that
right?
much.
the policies are actually there just to like
Mm-hmm.
fuck with you guys. It's
Yeah,
just
bro. It's meant to keep you in the system. I mean, thank God we're starting to see change now, right? So all these cities protesting and shit. for
Okay,
that same
so
reason.
2010 adult incarceration rates by race, ethnicity, sex per 100,000 adults, U.S. residents. So for white males, it was 678, and for blacks, it was 4,347. But that was in 2010. I'm seeing,
So you think it declined?
I'm seeing headlines where it says, but the gap between numbers of blacks and whites in prison narrows, but there's still a gap.
600 to 4,000.
That's a
That's
lot.
a big gap.
Yeah, right. It's a
Huge
big gap.
gap.
Yeah.
That was only what 10 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, how big has that gap closed?
Bro, it's so we need a Jamie, bro. We need a Jamie. Anthony, you want to be our Jamie?
Are you good at googling?
Yeah.
Can you
pretty good.
Google? We gotta have like a test practice. So you be Googling with like one hand.
But then I need my laptop. I can't Google on the phone, bro.
Yeah, I think that's why.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do. Yeah, it's a fact that there's more black people than white people in prison.
Pretty
It's
much
definitely a
right.
fact.
It's a
but,
fact. It's a fact. Why?
But
Like,
it just
'cause all
how hard they treat those African Americans than
Mhm.
the white people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then people are like, "Oh, why are there more black people in America? Is it
Mhm.
because of like black culture? Is it because of like they just happen to be in poor neighborhoods, right?
Mhm.
Mm.
But there is like
The redlining shit.
yeah,
You know, you made these neighborhoods like this.
Exactly.
Like, I just find it crazy how like they niggas came out with $4 trillion and then they still won't bail like these neighborhoods out of like the poverty they're in. Like, you know what I mean?
What,
It's
the
just-
government?
Yeah. Like you have all this money, but you won't bail your own neighborhood out.
It's
Like-
fucked up, right?
Yeah.
like it's not even the bailing. It's like just setting there so they can have
Mhm.
things for themselves. Like just like plop a good school down there,
Right.
plop some
right.
good teachers, and then
Some good community supports.
Nah, let's put all the funds into the police. We need the fucking police, bro. We need the fucking police.
dude, they ran out of tear gas. So they're like, oh, let me just pass a law that says you can't use tear gas because we don't have it, but we need some
Right.
good optics. So it's like,
It's stupid, bro. It's really stupid.
But in your class, have they been talking about what's happening, like with the protests and everything?
oh, we haven't touched on that, but that's like topics for like next week and stuff.
Okay.
We've been like looking up at the history, and
Mhm.
then she sends us like articles
Mm-hmm.
when stuff happens. But like I talked to a convict.
Yeah.
Yo,
Talk about
talk
that.
about
You
that.
said-
Dude, I think he was. So I talked to two actually. One
Okay.
dude, 16, got sentenced for armed robbery.
Mhm.
Got like 38 years.
Holy.
And he came out.
38
Armed robbery? What did he rob?
I think he just. I don't even remember what he robbed. I
But
don't
was
think-
it something little? Like you
No,
could-
it was like I think it was a bank. I think he
Oh.
like actually.
Okay.
So it's understandable.
Okay.
It was like.
it was like a handbag. I'm like, damn.
No,
Okay.
it was
a
a
bank.
legitimate bank.
Wait, was he black?
No, I think he was Hispanic.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, and no, they were both Hispanic.
Okay.
Mhm.
But the shit was crazy. They was coming out. They were telling us how like they reformed
Mm-hmm.
way before their sentence. You know, like they came up with that thinking about how they're a changed person. You know,
Yeah.
but then the probation, well, what is it called? The parole board
Mhm.
just denies them over and over because that's just like
Like early release.
not even. It's just probation.
Oh, like so they got probation or
Oh no, like so they can go for probation. So I
Okay,
guess
okay,
it's
okay.
like early release, yeah,
Okay.
but you're
Yeah.
still in probation. But I guess one of the things we were discussing in the class is like how prison sentences are just way too long.
Mhm.
Cause, I got something good to tell you. So okay,
Okay.
So our American system of prisons is really fucked up, right?
Yeah.
Because
Super.
you can
fucked up.
just look at one instance of another country and how they do it, right?
Mhm.
So there's a country in the Netherlands. No, what's it called? Denmark and Norway, right?
Mhm.
So for an example, in Norway, I think they had a terrorist kill 77 people with a machine gun, right? Guess how many years he
Holy
got?
Shit.
Guess how many years he got?
2.
21 years.
Okay, that's
20
Right? So
21?
that's
I
fair,
said
right?
2. I'm terrible.
Two.
That
And then
sentence. What you mean?
I looked at a video on Danish prisons.
Yeah.
They're allowed to like go to their prison supermarket and cook for themselves. They're allowed to like live in the community, and their fucking community looks like my dorm room. Their prisons are so nice, right?
What?
They're allowed to like
I
have
think
a
I've seen a
family
meme
in
of
there.
this. Niggas had a PS4 in their thing. I think I've seen this meme.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude, it's like they're basically allowed to have a life. Like they're allowed to go to another prisoner's cell to like have sex, and they have to like sign up for it.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, sex in prison?
Yeah.
Like, I thought you got to do that on the raps.
No, they just gotta sign a paper and be like, if they both get consent, they're allowed to have sex.
That's crazy.
That
I want to
is
go to
wild.
that prison if I do go to prison.
Yeah, and then like I saw like a guy that got he did like armed robbery, right?
Yeah.
He had
Mhm.
like 6 years
Yeah.
to like think over his stuff.
Yeah.
And the other thing that like really is very contrasting is that they make you study or learn a trade while in prison. And you have
Okay.
to have like a job or some shit to get out.
Oh yeah, that's smart.
Dude, why don't we have that system here?
Right, because
Like, that
you
should make
put them in
sense.
prison. Here, you just put them in prison to rot.
To
Like,
fucking suffer and like, and when they come out, they come out 10 times worse. 'cause
No
it's fucking-
skills, yeah.
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 So it's like
And like, it's not even like society is gonna accept them back because they got a felon or some shit. So it's like, oh, your track record says you went to jail, man. I can't hire you.
Yeah,
You're too
stupid.
much of a
Especially if you
liability.
did like a petty crime, like sell weed.
Yeah,
Like, what the fuck?
that. Yeah, man.
Bro, we need to. So what were you saying about
The other guy,
yeah.
the 30-year-old dude.
what do you mean?
You said there was
The other
one guy
guy.
that who had an armed robbery.
Oh, the
Sorry about that. Again, I am
Technical
terrible.
difficulties.
But no, we were at the part where you were about to start talking about the. First, you talked about the 6-year-old.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Sent
To,
Did you finish it?
Yeah, I think I did.
Okay, so now
He
we're
just
about-
got out. He was like, "Oh damn, there's internet."
What
And
year
then
did he get out?
he just got out 8 months ago?
What?
Yeah.
it
Bro,
was
that nigga
like-
time traveled.
How long? Wait, how long was he in prison for?
I think like 38 years or something. I
Holy
remember.
shit.
Yeah, he was like, fucking internet.
So
He learned to drive, read, and write in prison.
drive, read, and write in prison.
How do you learn how to drive in prison?
Oh wait, I think he learned to drive as soon as he got out
Oh,
or
okay.
something.
I was
So
about to
within
say they
the
have
last 8
cars and
months.
shit.
Did he tell you like what was the most like craziest thing he like seen act like coming out or?
I think he really tried to reform his stuff, so I don't think he got into a lot of trouble
Mm.
like while in prison. But
Mhm.
coming out, I think he was telling us about how like the internet and the smartphone, obviously, it's like a huge change.
He's-
It's basically you're like time traveling.
Yeah,
1,000 years.
that's what I basically said.
I
It's
want to
time
like
traveling.
I want to know the feeling he felt like coming out and like
Bro.
seeing an iPhone. It's just like
What the
real?
fuck is
this
this?
is real. Like
I know. I think
It's like, where are the buttons?
yeah,
I don't even know if they have. Do they have access to news? They should, right?
I would say they have like because you know in these I hate basing off like prison off shows, but you know in shows you see they have like this little TV on the corner
that everybody shares.
everybody shares and watches, and you know
Mhm.
you don't mess with the remote.
It's
You
always
get
one
raped.
channel.
Or you get raped in the shower or some shit. But I'm assuming they do.
Yeah.
Like, well, if you block a prisoner from news, like you're really just like
Yeah, that's
yeah.
kind of rough.
Yeah.
That's not constitutional.
That's real slavery.
But who's the second guy? The second guy that was in prison. That you
Oh, the second
talked to?
guy's much chiller. I think he was like graduated college.
Oh, shoot.
Went in the army, left the army.
after prison.
No, he this is before he got sentenced. So
Okay.
he was like an adult when he got sentenced.
Oh.
And he was
Oh,
like,
shit.
what was it? Yeah, he was like, I'm not sure if he had kids. Maybe he did, and maybe not sure. But yeah, he graduated high school.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the army. No, I keep saying army, military. I forgot what branch he was in.
Mm.
He got out, did 3 armed robberies, no injuries,
Mm-hmm.
and then he got sentenced to like I think 22 years or so.
Armed robberies. What's up, with people who rob?
But there was no injuries in the armed robbery.
Yeah.
What did he steal?
from a bank.
What's up with people stealing from banks?
3
Yo,
banks.
Banks is like the next thing. Yeah, I think we gotta start getting into that.
Yeah, I mean, his story's a lot chiller. He was just talking about how he like reformed his life in prison and
Mhm.
how like
Any
yeah.
of these guys turn Christian?
I don't ask about that. I don't know what their stance was on God, but
Okay.
yeah.
Because that's usually, some people just come out knowing the whole Quran, like from back to front.
It's a lot of time to read.
Yeah.
Oh, you know
You
what?
gotta have
Actually,
faith.
prisons in New Jersey. I remember that new Jim Crow book I told you about.
Yeah.
They banned that book. They don't want them to know.
What?
They censor it for them, dude. It's fucking crazy.
That's crazy how
They don't even ban Mein Kampf, the Hitler book.
Have the next Hitler in prison.
Yo, that's terrible.
That's wild.
That's terrible. But I mean, now they're brought to light. Like, is there like a movement to like, I guess, stop this type of like behavior?
I think there's nothing like there is right now with like police brutality. There's
Mhm.
nothing that's trying to be like, let's reform the prison system. Because like, let's be honest, no one really gives a shit about convicts because
It's very true.
we don't really see them, right?
Yeah,
they're
yeah.
they're
We
in
really
the
don't.
distance. They're like far away from mind.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, technically, the mass incarceration era has ended because
Mhm.
our prison population is declining.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly that's just because like we realize that we're just losing money because it just it costs like $40 billion a year to maintain that.
Really? Holy shit.
And one thing I really find crazy is how a lot of these prisons are like privately owned.
Yeah, how does that work? Like, how
Oh,
the fuck
like
does that
10%
work?
of prisons are
Yeah.
privately owned,
Yeah,
right?
I'm like,
And it's
what?
fucking crazy because they want you to be in there because they make money off of
They
you in
make-
there.
Yeah.
Then you
Right.
have
It's a
state prisons.
business.
Yeah, it's like their system is entirely opposite to like a state prison where they want you to get the fuck out.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like they're the two competing judicial systems and prison systems
Mhm.
kind of like fuck it up for
Yeah.
everybody. You know,
That's
it's
wild.
weird.
That is insane.
Yeah, whoever thought of like private prison systems is the devil. It's like, yo, I know how we can make money off people who can't do anything in real life. Like, what?
Big brain though. It's
Big
making a
brain.
shit ton of money.
Definitely.
They are, they
So,
are.
Huh.
But
Yeah.
what
No.
else? What else they teaching in this class?
I think that's where we're stopping right now.
Okay.
They
like-
teach you about the war on drugs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think right now we're talking about more theoretical stuff about like what modern philosophers think about like law and power.
Mhm.
But that's kind of like ongoing, so
Yeah.
I don't like have enough knowledge to like talk about that yet.
Okay. So what were the questions you wanted to ask?
Yeah, dude, just like I guess what are your thoughts? I mean, yeah. So
Okay.
what are your thoughts on all that?
All my thoughts on how the sentencing is just too long, or
Yeah, like what would you change? Like,
hmm.
do you know anyone in prison? Any of you guys like?
I don't know anybody in
Personally,
prison,
Yeah.
but
I don't know anybody in prison.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's, I guess. Do I know anybody in prison?
I've only heard stories of like convicts and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know of anybody. Maybe like someone from my elementary school, but like
You probably don't even remember
yeah,
their names.
I don't even remember their names. But like, no, I don't remember anybody from. I
Yeah.
don't know anybody that's been in prison.
But there
Yeah,
definitely needs to be
plus,
change.
Yeah.
But I agree with like that Denmark system.
Yeah.
They were talking, like, why don't we just follow that? Like, that seems to work. Like, they have their own sense of community. They seem like they have purpose, right? Like, why is
They
it
want to get them back into the society.
right? That's what it
They-
is. It really
Yeah.
is. They want to keep you in the system.
Not like America, where it's like, all right, man, you're shit. Might as well just make this stuff for us, make
Mhm.
money for us.
I think the mentality is that like in America we're thinking of like retribution, punishment, right? But then over there
Right.
they're thinking about reform,
Rehabilitation.
fixing.
Yeah.
It's like a, you know.
And you know what's crazy? You don't just see it like with the prison. You see it on social media too. Like you want like this cancel culture.
Yeah,
This whole cancel culture is like a good reflection on how like you want people to get their shit like like, get what they deserve.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm even guilty about it. I was watching this woman cough on another woman, and then she got exposed, and then she got fired, and I was like, "Fuck yeah, it feels so good." Cancel culture.
Why does it feel so good? To
I don't
cancel
know.
somebody?
It's like porn, dude. It's so good. It's they have a whole like subreddit justice porn.
Justice one.
It's so good.
It is like for, but just like recently, I think it's gotten out of hand.
To the extreme, right?
He's trying to. You were just showing me expose Bill Gates.
Yes. Like, what
Expose-
the fuck does that
Bill
even
Gates.
mean? Like,
So he was showing me how on Twitter, on the trending page, one of the trending hashtags was hashtag expose Bill Gates. The
Yeah.
hell did this nigga do?
with 140,000 tweets, bro.
What do you, oh, I think it's just the like.
How he wants to like make vaccines for everybody, but he's not even a doctor and shit like that. But
I
like,
find that crazy. Dude,
No,
like-
he's donating money, though.
Saving
Huh?
lives.
He's actually donating money to like
Yeah.
the actual places, so he's not really. I think it's the what's it called? The conspiracy
yeah, it
theorists
is.
who
It
think
is.
they're
Anti-vaxxers and shit.
some people thought he made Corona. And he's distributing it.
Oh shit,
Dude, it's
I mean,
stupid. It's a stupid idea. Cause like he's trying to help. He's donating money. He's fucking trying to find a vaccine
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
this shit. So
He's doing a shit.
makes no sense.
He donated like 750 million to Oxford
Yeah.
just to like.
Damn.
And that's only like one of like 20 places working on it.
Wow.
He's just like giving away billions.
Do you know like what place is actually like I guess the most ahead, like the most like who's at the forefront of this
In prisons or in what?
of the corona?
Oh, corona?
Yeah.
Like the
Oh.
vaccine.
Honestly, I'm not sure. I
Okay.
think
Right.
I don't even know what country is. Oh, I know New Zealand has no cases, right? Or some shit like
Yeah,
that.
they started reporting no cases.
Yeah, but that's just because they're just small. But I
Yeah.
don't know who's at the forefront of like technology and like.
Probably China, bro. They probably have the fucking vaccine. Like,
China doesn't take over the world, bro.
Yeah.
But you know, my thoughts on like all this sentencing stuff. It's like you shouldn't sentence someone to 20 years or 30 years for I guess
a petty crime, right? Like,
for armed robbery. You said no injuries, right? But he robbed a bank. Obviously, robbing a bank is
Three banks.
wrong.
yeah.
He robbed 3 banks.
Gang.
He took the money. Obviously,
One wasn't enough.
it's wrong, but you shouldn't take. I don't think you should take the man's life away. Like, make him learn. Don't make him die in a prison cell.
Yeah.
But what do you
I feel
think the idea of like they get their comeuppance, right? Do you like that idea? Do you not like? Say someone kills your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want them to get the death penalty or spend 20 years, or you're like, oh, as soon as they're reformed, they can go? You know what I mean?
I would say,
Death penalty.
for a couple years, I would be mad for.
Yeah.
I'd want this nigga. I'd want to kill him. I'd want to go out my way.
Yeah, I
and
feel
kill
like
him.
people who murder other people should have the maximum penalty, right?
Mm.
That makes the most sense.
What's the maximum penalty?
Whatever it be, it'd be like 30 years, death sentence, whatever.
Life
it be.
sentence. Yeah.
Yeah,
just
or
But,
life
like-
20
sentence.
years.
Like you're saying the maximum penalty on the American system, but like
Mhm.
let's just talk about like what's the maximum they should get as like a human, and like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
25 years.
Eye for an eye, right?
I would say 25 years.
25 years.
Yeah.
What if they're like, what if it's not murder and it's like manslaughter instead?
Then that's different, right? Because he didn't intend to kill him. It's an accident.
Okay, but then how many years is that?
10 years.
But like, where are you making that number from? Like, do you want them to be punished or do you want them to be fixed?
Okay, manslaughter. It wasn't your fault, right?
Yeah, it's an
No,
accident.
say you like I don't know, like
Run-
drink and
like-
drive or some shit.
Dr-
That's manslaughter.
Okay, yeah. Drinking and driving. Obviously, they have all this AA shits, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, I don't think that's enough.
You would want them to serve some kind of punishment, though, right?
Yeah,
For
definitely.
having
They should definitely go to jail. I'm not certified to tell you how long they should tell you, but if it were up to me, I would say I'd be a dick. I'd be like, "Yo, what age did you kill that? And like, how long did they have left to live? And like, that's how long you're gonna serve, bro."
Okay, but then you're thinking that's basically the same idea of let's like punish them that
Yeah.
you're still in the American system, right?
Hmm.
Like, do you like? I guess the idea is, do you want them to?
Like, I get it was a mistake, but you put yourself in that situation.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can always say no to driving.
Actually, there was this YouTuber, that tattoo artist that killed some random, not random, but some YouTuber because he was drinking and driving.
Really?
Drinking and driving.
Drunk adrenaline.
I'm on the trigger right now. But yeah, and I don't know how many years he got, but someone was like sympathizing with this guy. He was like, "Yeah, man, he made a mistake. Like we all make mistakes."
Yeah.
I'm like, but that mistake
Cost somebody else's
someone's life.
Yeah.
That's not just a mistake. Like you gotta like treat it.
There should come consequences with that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I honestly don't know how you would like go about it. Definitely they would have to serve some time, and once they finish serving some time, I think they should definitely like, you know how like people come to schools and they talk about drinking. I think they should do something
Community
like that.
service, some type of community service.
Talk to people
Mhm.
why they shouldn't do it, what it caused them, how their life is now, like after all that.
Interesting.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
instead of just going back out in the world, like actually like make a change so other people don't do it.
But let's say, do you think the current system provides them like the resources
Definitely not.
to get onto the path to be that person you're thinking about? You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
No, I think the people that do that, they do it from within themselves,
Okay.
Yeah.
not the system. Like that's definitely like a big problem. Like they don't, like once they're out, they're like, oh, okay, you got a DUI, and then you can take it off your record by just doing the service or whatever.
Oh, that's like the policy.
I'm pretty sure you can take you could take, like, you get your license after a while.
If you have a DUI.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like years, bro. It's not
Bro,
even like.
okay, Khloe Kardashian had a DUI. She fucking drives.
But she's, I don't know. She's famous, so she might have had some dick sucking under the table.
but should you permanently get I think you should permanently get your license taken away.
If you have a DUI,
Yeah.
if you
can't-
killed somebody,
Yeah, if you kill somebody. But
but if you get caught, do you agree with that? Like you agree you shouldn't just have your license if you get caught?
I mean, you get it taken away for like 3 months if you get caught.
Yeah.
Bill Burr was talking about this, how he had a DUI, and he said it would took him up to, I think, 4 weeks, and then he got his license back. But this was like in the 90s.
I guess the idea, like the bigger question of what you just suggested, is do we want the people to be marked and punished for the
Mhm.
rest of their life for something they did when they were like, say you're 16,
Mm-hmm.
you're marked as a murderer for the rest of your life,
Yeah.
right? And it's on all your education stuff, your
Mm-hmm.
What's
But
it
now
called?
you're changed. and
yeah,
you're
but
not
then
a
you're
murderer
changed. So do we want them to have a chance to, like, I don't know. I read somewhere it's like you can erase your felony record after like 10 years clean.
Anymore. Yeah.
Like, would you support that policy? Like, do you basically the idea is,
It's kind of like
do people change?
People do change.
People.
Right. So should we punish people for the rest of their life?
I think it's a good question, man. It's a good question because you know when you can't pay back your debt and you file for bankruptcy after 7 years, it gets.
Taken away.
Clean.
Yeah.
But for murder,
Yeah, I mean, murder is kind of rough. I
yeah.
mean,
But I mean, if somebody murders another person with an intent, they should obviously get the max. Like I said, it's
Yeah.
like somebody like Ted Bundy, for example.
right.
Oh, you should-
Premeditated, I think, should get the max. 'Cause
Yeah,
premeditated is kind of crazy.
But if it was by an accident, like,
That
would
might
it
be
would
a
it be
different circumstance.
disrespectful to the person, the victim's family, for you to get that shit expunged and no one knows that you actually
Hell,
did that?
here's the thing though, like, I think the fact that it's disrespectful is ingrained in our society, and we're taught to think that.
Oh, okay.
We from the guy who killed 77 people
Mm-hmm.
and got like 21 years. They
Mhm.
talked to each and every one of their victims, and they were satisfied with his sentence.
Okay.
Right? Every single one, every single victim, their families went in court, gave a testimony about their son or daughter or whatever,
Yeah.
and they were satisfied that he got 21 years. I think it's the system.
That
That-
makes you want them not to get retribution.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're like,
Hmm.
oh, he like has a chance to reform, and like it's just, I don't know. It's like, are we being brainwashed? Brainwashed?
Uh-huh.
Are they being brainwashed? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's it. Oh shit! I didn't even think of that.
Hmm.
Who's being brainwashed here? Definitely the system, like you said, the system is so ingrained that we believe they should get what they deserve.
Yeah.
And it's like trying to get away from a habit, you know. It's hard. It's
of
hard.
killing people.
no, of like accepting like a human being can change,
Yeah.
like
But I think I don't know, a person like that, like killing 77 people, like you just gotta be messed up in the brain. Like, you
Yeah, I don't
gotta
think
be.
he's gonna change because
Yeah.
it's like for that specific case, I think it's like indeterminate sentence. So they
Yeah.
like keep renewing it every time. If it's so
Mm.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
But no, that's a good question.
Say it's something like armed robbery with an injury or with a death. Say
With a
say you're arming the bank because you're a poor person.
Yeah.
You need the money. You arm the bank,
Yeah.
but then you
Shoot the clerk.
You shoot the guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what happens? It's kind of like it's a weird moral ground. It's not black or white right there.
I was just thinking. I was like, this is a gray area, and I don't think laws. Man, that's why the law system is so
Yes,
weird.
it's
yo.
just weird. This
You
is
could-
why.
you could defend a murder
Yeah.
and still get away. Like,
Yeah, just look at fucking O.J. Simpson.
you just gotta paint it in the picture that it wasn't through his own fault. It was such and such's fault.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate how it's such a game of just who paints the better picture.
Yeah.
But man, that's a hard question, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a lawyer. I wish we had a lawyer to come and help us decide. Like,
I mean,
But like quick thoughts. Like, what do you guys think? You say armed robbery, you kill a guy. Should we
Mhm.
mark him for the rest of his life?
no,
no.
No.
we're not.
Give him a
Okay.
chance to rehabilitate,
Yeah.
get better,
Yeah.
change his life.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If it's some like,
Premeditated psychopath.
yeah,
Definitely.
you're gonna
Nah.
have like a red tag wherever you go.
On the
Wherever you guys has like, but if it was by an accident, you rollerblade and accidentally tripped and
Mhm.
killed somebody, like we can forget about that, man. We know it was
It's a
by an
blip.
accident. Yeah,
Yeah, you done
but
goofed.
I it's weird. I always have like, how people you're like going down like 30 miles down the road. And
Mhm.
then you see cars parked on like the shoulder.
Yeah.
I always imagine somebody just opening a door. I'd obliterate them. Like it would not be my fault. That's manslaughter.
Bro, remember when you were going 70 on a 30? On a 25?
Yeah. It's this is in your neighborhood.
I know.
I
I was
would
telling you
not
to
be-
go slow the fuck down.
I would not be surprised if you're charged with manslaughter one day, bro. Not be yep. You drive so fast.
Decapitated human on my hood. Next morning, you just see me just smudging the blood off my white car. It would be hard for me to get away with murder because my car is white.
Yeah. And you're black.
Yeah, it's very true. Yeah, I'm black. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Man, but
Yeah, I do agree there definitely needs to be change.
see, these are some conversations that people should definitely have. Like the fact that we're having this conversation and other people will hear it is good. It'll make people think. Like, is this system brainwashing me? Like, it'll make people think.
Yeah,
So
it's the power of conversation.
yeah, and then Joe Rogan's gonna talk about it, and then we're like, oh yeah, definitely. But shit. Okay, if someone were to, trying to think of a scenario, 'cause scenarios like they're endless. Like there's no one crime. Like you can just always come up with new scenarios.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. I'm just not a lawyer. I'm just not a lawyer. I'm just like I'm a citizen that thinks when you commit a crime, you should have the ability to go on a road of redemption.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think. You should have the ability to go on a road to redemption, you know. But if you're just doing it premeditated, like you downright hate this person and you thought of a plan to kill this person or thought of a plan to rob this person, you should be like, it should be noted.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
But I'm for retribution, for the redemption. I'm for redemption. Yeah.
For all violent crimes. Like even like non-violent crimes, like I don't think you should go to jail for like not paying your taxes. Like, come on,
Yeah.
dude.
But when they go to jail, they go to the jail where they got like the PS4 and shit. Like they got a whole bed. Like cleaners come and clean the bathroom.
Yeah.
And shit.
But then like if they don't go to jail for that, like they're not paying their taxes, so you fine them,
Mm-hmm.
and they don't pay their fines. So like, what happens then? I think like 3 strikes, like three no fines and like send to jail for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'd be like fair.
I think if you, they should put these niggas through boot camp, some like SEAL training. If they kill what
To
dude
boot
that
camp?
killed 71 people, you should go through SEAL team training. Like, cause I know that's hell, and like I guess it'll just break down their brain.
Wouldn't it give them like more skills?
Yeah, right? More skills to kill people.
All right, everything that does not give you skill, like
See, I don't think with a psychopath, I think it's really hard to change their mind.
because it's just downright.
Yeah, it's just
set
down
to
in their
what they
genes.
want.
Like they're just born that way.
You think they're born that way? Do you think
Psychopaths.
serial killers are born serial killers, or do they become serial killers?
I think.
I remember we talked about
Right?
this one time. Yeah.
I don't know. It definitely has to deal with their upbringing, right? It's like
Yeah.
the way they were brought up.
Okay,
and
so
influenced.
if it was their upbringing, are they really to blame?
Damn, you hit me with the knowledge.
Okay, so the person that killed 71 people.
Yeah, I don't know his upbringing. He might have
okay.
been like fucking the ass every day. I don't know.
No, that's a whole nother factor that I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
His upbringing. So, well, if like the drunk driving situation, maybe as much as you hear it, don't drink and drive.
Mm-hmm.
No one probably said at home.
Mm-hmm.
That's a factor. So I might be for everybody should have redemption. I think that's a good stance.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah. Everybody should have redemption. Because you never know what's happening in someone's household, I think.
I
Whether
guess
they're going through something.
should they be punished in the first place?
Yes, they should definitely be punished.
Okay.
You should be punished.
Even if it's like completely their upbringing's fault, right?
Yeah, because you got to show them that what they did was wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't just walk away from a scene like that. Like what you did was wrong.
So it's
And-
like a learning experience for them.
Yeah.
Okay.
But definitely a chance for redemption. Yeah. I completely forgot about the family household because that's where it all starts.
It really
and
is.
if you don't got the right upbringing, how are you supposed to do good? So yeah.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
That's a good answer.
That's my
Yeah.
What are you dancing?
I mean, I have to agree with it. It's like, there definitely needs to be reform. Like the system's not perfect, and I don't think it'll ever be perfect, but we can definitely make it better. And I think one step is with rehabilitation and all that shit.
Yeah.
But what I don't get is like the drug laws.
Oh,
right?
drug laws. That's
That shit
like the
makes
next
no
big topic.
sense to me. Like over half of the prisoners
No.
we have are in jail because of marijuana.
And they classify it as a Schedule 1 drug.
Like that makes
Fucking
no sense.
Heroin, bro. Niggas acting like I'm smoking heroin every day. Like,
Should any drug laws be enacted? Like,
Yeah, I mean shit like heroin and shit like that's pretty dangerous. That's dangerous to society. Like that creates drug addicts and shit. but-
there's places where they have to give people heroin because, like, they're trying to. I don't know how it works. Like, they don't want them to go completely off it because they'll just go insane. So
oh, did they wean them off?
yeah, they have to. Yeah.
Mhm.
wean 'em
There
off.
needs to be more centers like that too.
Yeah.
Because I don't agree with arresting a person just for using drugs.
Mhm.
Because like cops do that now. Like if they find a homeless person doing heroin, they'll take him to jail.
That's just wrong.
That is wrong,
That's
right?
just wrong.
That
Like,
is wrong.
bro's
Like, what the
he's
fuck?
legit like fucked up. Like, you should probably help him.
Yeah. You mentioned like heroin versus marijuana. So what's like the like if you were to come up with like one or two factors that determines drug illegal, drug not illegal, what would they
Mhm.
be?
The way it affects you, and like, does it cause harm to you or to yourself or to other people?
We can call. I feel like if we can cause harm to other people. I
Yeah,
feel
because
like
there's
that.
been so many deaths, boss,
Yeah.
throughout these whole.
Oh no, no, okay, okay. Not in the way where you smoke it and you want to kill like 50 people.
hmm
In the way where you smoke it and you neglect your children, maybe.
I mean,
You know what I mean? You smoke it and you forget to do. I'm serious. Like,
or like,
Like
you-
alcohol. Like
Yeah.
there's alcoholism, domestic
Uh-huh.
violence, but that's not illegal. So like where do we draw the line?
It's a good question. Where do you draw the line to where? So, where you draw the line and determines whether it's a Schedule 1 drug or illegal. Okay.
well, let's be honest here. Out of all the drugs, weed is
should
definitely the
not- yeah,
safest.
weed is safe.
Weed is
safe.
the
Weed is safe.
safest out of all
it's
drugs.
the safest shit. Like,
You guys have experience?
Do we have experience with that?
yeah, niggas. I've smoked and not felt like killing 50 people.
all right.
Or neglected any of my children if I had any.
For real.
All right, word.
But I can see how you want to kill people when you do heroin, like, or PCP or fucking
PCP is different though. PCP actually makes you go crazy and like kill other people.
makes you want to like skin your head, like
Mhm.
some
Like
shit.
there was a story a long time ago. It was about this woman in Camden who took PCP and killed her own child.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like
That's crazy.
stabbed her own child. Like that's some crazy ass shit.
Hearing shit like that, it's illegal. It's illegal.
Like
Straight
this
off
should be
the bat.
banned. Like Schedule
Like-
1 automatic.
I feel like we should look at statistics to see. Not even statistics, just if you go around these communities and you see the people that are on the streets, what are they on? Heroin, crack,
Meth.
meth,
Yeah.
and
Tylenol.
I don't know.
all. Like, you see this shit is literally sucking the life out of these people.
hmm
So that I'd understand if you make that illegal. This nigga just dropped his mic, yo.
Anyway.
I'd understand if you make that illegal, but you look at people smoking weed, like, niggas just smoking weed. They're not killing
Exactly.
anybody.
They're not killing anybody.
My
they're not
neighbors
harming
smoke.
themselves.
Yeah, my neighbors smoke weed in their backyard, like, and they have they're not killing anybody.
Are you talking about two extremes, right? What if we go to like the middle, where it's like acid? You've heard stories where people go
Acid.
crazy, and then you've heard stories where
Yeah.
people are just chilling.
That's
you know?
very
But,
true.
like,
Yeah.
what happens?
Well,
Shrooms.
So with acid, they actually have these places where you can get a monitored trip by a professional.
Oh really?
Yeah. So if you want to make that legal, I would say you do it within those confines. Like,
Okay.
Bro, with shit like that, you honestly just need a sober person with you.
Yeah,
Like,
honestly.
and you'll be fine.
But the first step is make it legal with professionals to I guess monitor you throughout the trip. Like
What if you monitor someone to take crack and heroin?
that's what they're doing with the weaning stuff, where they would take them
But that's in like prison after they get caught, right?
Okay.
What if you like have a system where you go to like get
to
a crack,
try it.
get a crack like
That's
ride,
honestly that's a good idea. Like,
then they can get addicted, right?
well,
But then again, are people really going out and be like, "Oh, I'm gonna try heroin today"?
Right,
Like, I'm gonna
like-
try crack. Like people
I mean,
aren't.
my
would
cousin did, so it's
That's different. I mean, I don't know.
or would you give them dosage that's it's not lethal, like
oh like expert scientists safe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
like that type of monitoring, or because I know they do that with shrooms, MDMA.
Mhm.
They literally have retreats for that. What else?
They do that in America.
Yeah.
in America.
Mhm.
Is
And
that stuff legal anywhere?
They're starting to do more research on
It's about to they're about to legalize shrooms. Where did they legalize?
Colorado.
They legalize shrooms in Colorado.
Not next is Washington State.
No.
Yeah, I don't know the rest, but I know Washington's the next one.
Mhm.
Okay.
So it's like you're starting to see like people are starting to realize, oh, these psychedelics aren't harmful. Like, what are the psychedelics? Acid, shrooms, MDMA, DMT.
I mean, there's a whole
psilocybin.
bunch. Yeah,
There's a
yeah.
whole bunch. Like those are what freaking creatures of the earth.
Creatures of the earth.
They grow. They grow. They're well,
I mean,
acid
acid is
synthesis-
different.
yeah,
It's created in
acid
a lab,
synthesis.
but yeah, psilocybin and shit like that, like that's made from
How
earth.
would you? Yeah. How would you make that fucking illegal? I mean, cocaine is kind of like growing from the earth, but like.
No, but it's definitely a chemical process.
Yeah,
To
you
get
would see
cocaine.
the effect of cocaine on somebody. Like, would you say cocaine should be illegal?
Of course.
I feel like it should be legal.
You think so?
I think cocaine should be legal. The amount of cocaine that is imported from Colombia to
Yeah,
America is ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah, we're talking billions, bro. It is
If you
ridiculous.
legalize that shit, you'd end so many businesses, cartel businesses. Like, where would they ship it? Like, America used to be the number. I don't know. I think they still are the number one consumer
For what?
for the
cocaine?
cocaine.
Probably.
Like, do you see what they did with weed? They made a whole fucking revenue with that. Just doing it with cocaine. Like,
Yeah, I feel like I don't know. Drugs is weird, right? Because there's always going to be that demand for drugs,
Right.
regardless.
Like,
Like
yeah.
even if we make it illegal, there's always going to be a demand.
It's like telling a child no.
Yeah.
Of course they're gonna want it. Like, just make it legal. Like, and do it in the right proper
yeah,
way.
the safe way, proper way, yeah, shit like that. Yeah.
So we should legalize everything.
I think so.
That's legalize everything, but have regulations.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
a
so
lot of
like-
regulations.
So like planned trips,
Exactly.
like planned acid trips with like an expert
Yeah,
just
exactly.
watching you, right?
Right.
And that'd be like money.
Right. You can make it like Uber acid.
Oh, yeah,
I'll come watch you.
Uber acid. I'll come watch you. I'll help you out. Like shit
Yeah.
like that. Like
Yeah. I mean, people are doing way more dangerous stuff, like jumping on a fucking airplane for
Right.
$100. So
what do you
Yeah.
like care if someone's doing cocaine in their bedroom? Like
yeah.
Yeah,
Huh. I
Yeah.
didn't think about that. Yeah, that's interesting.
but I'll tell you this: the war on drugs makes literally no sense. It causes more crime.
it causes more crime, more police brutality for unwanted, like
Yeah,
unnecessary police brutality. Dude just smoking a joint right there. It's just like what? Like chill.
Yeah.
Nah. Who started the war on drugs? What's his name? Richard Nixon? Richard
no, it was
Dick?
definitely what Rogan.
I thought it was.
Run.
I think it is, but I don't want. I think it's that area.
Tricky
Yeah.
Dicky.
Era.
The Tricky Dicky dude.
Fuck is Tricky Dicky.
Tricky Dicky. Tricky Dicky. He's
The
one-
69th president.
Really? Was he the 69th?
Bro.
No, no, there's 44. What? There's 45. I'm not even high, y'all. Like, what? This is me. But,
That's funny.
yeah,
Nah, but there needs to be change in that.
definitely. Bernie Sanders would have done some change. But
Yo, Bernie Sanders literally said the first day he's in office, he'll legalize marijuana.
My
Yeah.
man.
Just sign that executive order,
Dude,
bro.
what happened to him?
Dude, I don't know. I think he went against the people, bro.
Damn.
You heard what he was saying about the Patriot Act?
What?
What was it
So-
that he didn't sign?
The Patriot Act is like this government thing where it's like the government's now able to like go on anybody's like internet browsers,
Yeah, yeah.
like history, and like look at their history.
That was 2001, right?
Yeah. Now they passed it, but they only needed one vote not to pass it, and that one vote could have been Bernie Sanders, but he didn't show up.
Mans was
He
like,
didn't show
he's
up.
like,
Yeah.
I'm quarantined.
What a guy.
Like, what?
No, but that's the thing. They reached out for comment on like his decision, and he never like got back to them. So like he didn't even have to be there. He just had to say yay or nay.
Dude, I just had to log into the Zoom call. Had to
This is-
log into the Zoom call.
All right, use Tor browser.
That's
Use a
what,
VPN.
bro. I'm definitely. I don't know. I might have
I've
to
been
switch
using
the tour.
VPN since 09, dude.
No, that's
Oh,
crazy. Like, who else was for weed? Was Andrew Yang for weed?
Definitely.
Yeah, he was young. You know, he smoked some weed back in his day.
Obama did, bro.
Oh, there's a whole picture of Obama smoking some weed. I don't know.
I'm surprised Obama didn't do it. I
Did-
feel like he would have definitely got more
No, if
votes.
I want to get high with Obama, bro. Okay, you can go pee. But yo, if there was one person you wanted to get high with, who would it be?
Either Seth Rogen or Snoop Dogg.
Seth Rogen or Snoop Dogg?
Yeah.
I had Jigger there.
Why?
I'm tweaking. But
Who would it be for you?
he said either Seth Rogen or Snoop Dogg. I like those choices.
They're the gods, bro.
Yeah.
They're like they're the OGs.
Yeah, I would say either either Dave Chappelle,
Oh, I should. Damn. Forgot about that nigga.
either Dave Chappelle or who else? There's got to be someone else.
Joe Rogan. It would definitely have to be.
Yeah,
Joe
it's got
Rogan.
to be either Dave Chappelle or Joe Rogan. Oh, really? I was just about to pee in your bush too, but I was like, man,
I need a P too.
I'm pee when we're done. But oh, we were just asking if you were to get high with somebody, who would it be?
2 people.
There's got to be some physicists out there.
All right, number 1, I'd probably go with Albert Einstein, right?
Hey, all
And
right.
then number 2, let me think. I'd probably go with the Zodiac Killer. I just want to see what
Zodiac Killer?
I just want to see like what
Who
was
he
up in
was?
his mind. Like, yeah. First of all, who he was.
Starts revealing some shit.
Second of all, like what's up? Like what happened? He's kind of famous.
Yeah,
Oh
that
god,
is.
that was my gamer tag, bro. It was
And you didn't even know who that was, right? I remember.
it was
I
Zodiac
remember.
Killer 911. It was terrible. I don't fuck with that name though.
Yeah. That's funny.
But what were we talking about? We were talking about
War on drugs.
war on drugs, man. Do you think
What did they teach you in your class about the war on drugs?
I mean, they just taught us the facts. We didn't really like
Go into it.
go into
Mhm.
like our personal opinions, but we just like the statistics. They use it to like churn out prisoners, mark them, like
Mhm.
new Jim Crow.
because
stuff.
once they I learned that in my Xbox class. It was some prompt or excerpt we had to read, and it was explaining how that was the new Jim Crows and shit.
Yeah.
Like, because once you're marked, it's hard for you to come back into the system,
Mm-hmm.
get a job. You can't vote, all that Jim Crow shit. But they definitely gotta change that. You know, a lot of stuff is disguised. Like another thing, how some black men wear their hair. So
What do you mean?
if you go to an interview with cornrows, it's just statistically proven you won't get that job.
Really?
I swear. I read. I was
Makes
thinking,
sense though,
right? Like,
because a
where the-
cornrow isn't really like a professional haircut.
Mhm. And it was explaining how this is their culture. This is
Mhm.
black people. This is my culture, right?
Yeah.
This is their culture. That's how they express themselves. And here they are going into work saying you can't have that haircut, and because you can't have it, you can't have this job.
That's like an Asian with a bowl cut, and they're like, no.
Right. Right. So that's just another version of the Jim Crow shit.
Yeah.
And bro, when I read about this shit, I just start getting invigorated, bro. I was just like, what? It's I read another thing. What was it? Damn, I forget. But no, it was in a whole essay just giving examples of how the Jim Crows still exist and
Mhm.
stuff. Just in tiny implications where you wouldn't even think that someone's haircut could cost them
A job.
the job, or where someone lives can cost them their whole education or some shit like that, or how. So, I was reading this thing in college. Man, college would just be making people woke as fuck. I was reading this thing, and it was basically explaining how it did a poll how people were in different neighborhoods, and they applied for the same job,
Yeah.
and it was statistically proven because people were from a certain neighborhood, they didn't get that job, and it was the black people.
Oh, because you put your
Yeah,
your city on your
yeah,
job application.
and they didn't get those jobs. Like they did a blind test,
Okay.
and it was they put just a bunch of random black names, random white names, and put them wherever the fuck they were from, and it was shown like, yeah, it's statistically proven that if you're from such and such a neighborhood, you're not
should be
gonna get
illegal,
that
bro.
job. And they also did it with names. They did it
Names?
with names. Yes, if you had a white sounding name
Bob.
over a black,
Bill.
yeah, I swear
That's
it was proven. I was like, wow, that's actually crazy how someone can choose you over a name.
They do it. Well, You know why the reason that you don't put your face on a resume?
Why?
Because they do it with faces too, right?
Jesus,
And
yeah.
then that's why, like, over time, people have realized you don't put resume. I don't think it's outlawed that you can put your face on a resume or that they have to block it out, but that's why people don't do it
Mm.
nowadays.
That's right.
So like the job application process in general, is that fucked? Like, what should we be doing? Like, should we censor everything but what? Their skills?
See, what's his name? Conan O'Brien noticed how he had all these white employees.
Yeah.
He was like, why do I have so many white writers? And then he stopped looking at their demographics and just their skills. Just their skills. Same thing happened. All white. So it was something deeper.
Okay.
Yeah. So I really just don't. But I guess he actively goes out to get black people now.
Okay.
But I don't know. I feel like
I don't know. I feel like minorities are fucked up in general, bro. Because it's like, especially if you grow up in a poor area, like let's say for example Camden, like the education system there is like fucked. Like you're
all these fucking mastery schools, bro.
yeah, like what is that? Like all these charter schools coming out of nowhere.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like they're they're not teaching their kids right.
Mm-hmm.
So they never had a chance in the first
Yeah.
place, right?
Exactly.
Like they don't have the resources that these other schools have. Like I remember people were telling me how they had tutors and shit. I'm like, a tutor?
I was a tutor, dude. I've never had one.
Right. I'm like, what are you talking about?
It's
a tutor?
crazy, right?
Like what kind of resources do you get?
It's crazy. Like in my high school, we had no white people. It's all minorities, Latinos and blacks.
Yeah, the St. Joe's.
Yeah,
Yep.
pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. The only
I-
white people were the
Was that-
president.
The teachers.
The teacher.
or the art teacher, Miss what's her name?
Miss
Deets.
Miss Dietz.
Hot ass art teacher.
Yo, yeah, our teacher could have get it, yo. She could have gotten it, yo.
Yo, what if she listens? Hey, Miss Dietz.
Hey,
If
Miss
you're out
Dietz.
there,
What's
thanks
up,
for
yo?
failing me.
In art.
Fifth grade art. Like, come on,
Fucking
dude.
art. Who knows art, yo? That's terrible.
One time I made Henry cry.
In art.
Yeah. Because I was asking him about his dandruff.
Oh my god.
And then she
yo.
made me apologize. I was like, damn. I was like, okay. Yeah, art was a blast.
Oh, it's hilarious. But
That's funny.
prison reform, man. There's definitely gonna be a lot of change within the next.
Couple
I was
months.
saying, yeah, I was
Couple
saying
months.
10 years. I would say in the next year. You see, Governor Cuomo, who's like, we have a 9-month deadline to have all these reforms happen within
Mm-hmm.
the city.
What are their forms?
The police reform, law reform.
What do they want specifically? Do you know? Or-
I just saw like the bullet points. And I
Okay.
was like, wow, all right. So they're on a 9-month plan to change it all. Interesting. I wonder what's gonna happen after these 9 months. So hopefully, they make a change, but it's gonna happen sooner than we thought.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I hope.
Definitely. So I maybe by next summer you might see just random new laws. Like, didn't the council in Minneapolis was like, yeah, we're trying to disband the police.
Yeah. Which I don't know how I feel about that.
I think they're
Yeah.
replacing it with like a county police. Not the
Yeah, because they did I read this article. It was like Camden did it.
Yeah.
Like they disbanded their police, and all they
Mhm.
have is like Camden or county polices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it makes it better, and our crime rate has dropped dramatically.
Them niggas was cool, bro. They pulled up to almost smoke and just left. Just left. Oh, but no, yeah, I'm glad that it's crazy how just like there's one death because it was recorded is about to change this whole, not even just police reform. Like I think it's gonna go even deeper
You think so?
into how. Yeah,
And deeper how? Like
I feel like it's gonna go deeper into how the system works. How I don't want to say voting, but
what's wrong with voting?
you're starting to see the way people are funding. Like how these big people fund these
Politicians.
politicians
Yeah.
and stuff, and people are starting to get woke. And, like people are starting to see where their money is going towards. Like, oh, we're funding the police this amount of money. Wow, what in the that's gonna cause a lot of people to start looking more into it. Like, where is the state spending all this money that we pay in taxes?
Yeah.
You think you pay property tax, and that's supposed to go to the school.
Schools.
Where the
roads.
fuck do you see it? Where do you see it in the roads, bro? Have you seen the roads?
It's in the police,
Camden,
bro.
Bro, our playground's a parking lot. I wanted to kill myself on walking Wednesdays.
Right. So it's like people paying property taxes. It's hard to see where it's actually going to.
Yeah.
Like, you can't tell me this is going to police when all this shit is happening.
Yeah.
So it's definitely going to be a change in where the money's going, how it's going, how they're spending it, where they're spending it.
So do you feel like we should defund the police?
That's a tricky question.
I think we should like demilitarize it,
Right?
Because if you
Less
take away
weapons,
money,
right.
you can't put training in, right? But you don't need a fucking
grenade
tank.
launcher.
grenade launcher.
I'm seeing polices with like freaking M4s.
Yeah, shit like that.
What
That's
do
wild.
you need that for?
Yeah.
Who are you trying to kill?
Like we're citizens, dude. Like
Right.
chill.
Who are you trying to kill out
I
here?
don't know, dude.
Like, they should definitely. How much does an M4 cost? Like, what? Fucking 2,000?
Probably like it's 2,000 or some shit like that.
Bro, put that towards books, bro. Like, what?
For real.
What?
Invest in your
That
community, bro.
cop does not need that big ass gun, bigger than his whole body. Like,
Do you know how long it takes to train a cop?
3 weeks.
I think it's 24 weeks.
Oh my!
You know how long it takes to train a hair cutter?
What?
I think it's 2 years
Holy
or some shit like that.
Dude,
Or like
it
1,000
makes
hours.
No sense.
Yeah,
It's
right.
literally harder to cut hair than be a cop.
It seems like they be trained in 3 weeks, huh?
And the problem with these big cities is that they get cops straight out of high school.
Yeah.
Like, like you don't have to go to college, nothing. You just come straight out of high school with a diploma.
Do you think they should go to college?
I think
I feel
they
like
should just get an associate. That's
Yeah.
what one of them told me.
Yeah.
That they do in Cherry Hill. Cherry Hill County, they have to at least have associate.
educate yourself.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
educate yourself.
Cherry Police pretty good, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we've had our times with them, but
What happened?
that was time with them.
Nah, I just got busted, bro.
You got busted?
Yeah,
For what?
for weed.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
I just went to court and paid my ticket. Bro, it was an expensive ass ticket too.
How much was it?
This
It was almost $1,000
Oh,
altogether.
my, you paid $1,000? No fucking way,
for a
dude.
gram of weed, bro.
Oh my god.
Which
When was
you
this?
said it was just a blunt, right?
Yeah, it's
it
just a
was
blunt.
just a little blunt.
When
You
was
don't have to
this?
pay 1,000.
Summer of 2018. That was a while ago.
Oh shit.
But
Yeah.
I think this is another way, like, the Jim Crow shits. Because imagine he was 25-year-old black dude, and he has a job, and because he just got arrested and put into the system, and now it's caught that he has possession of weed. His job sees that, fires him. Now he can't make no more money.
Yeah.
Now he can't make
For
money.
smoking weed, bro.
It just is a whole effect, and it goes deep
Yeah.
just because of him smoking weed.
Is it on your record?
What?
I don't think so. Because it happened when I was 18, and it was my first offense. So, like, they told me after I pay all the fines and shit, then my record would be expunged.
Okay.
Like, it won't be on my record.
Should we even have drugs on our record? Like,
Right. It's a fucking drug.
Yeah,
drug.
it's
Like,
weird.
if your quality of work's like underperforming, they should see it because
Mhm.
your fucking work there, right?
Right.
Or if you're a danger to society, that should be like
That should be
if
on
you
Yeah,
rape
like
kids
PCP
and
and shit.
and the fucking boss has a daughter, you're like, I mean, maybe they're on there. Like if you're just smoking, I don't know.
Yeah, it's weird, right?
Yeah, it's like, nah. Jesus. But yeah,
I don't know.
drugs, man, drugs. You
Wait,
do drugs, Anthony?
I did weed that one time.
Yeah.
And, it didn't really taste that good. I don't know why you guys like it.
Yo,
We don't enjoy it for the taste.
Yeah.
Just like-
I mean, I kind of like the taste. I don't know.
I think you
I'm
get
not
used to the
accustomed
taste
it.
after a while.
Yeah.
I don't think you necessarily like it.
So what happens if you caught a second time?
I don't know. Probably. I hope it's not prison.
Exactly. If you get caught, man, it shouldn't be legal.
It should just be a ticket, like a $50 ticket, like a speeding ticket.
Okay.
Or like
For
a parking
smoking in
ticket.
public?
Yeah.
Isn't there like drinking in public laws? I don't even know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I'm
can't
pretty
drink
sure
on the beach.
yeah,
like
you get a
stuff like
ticket.
that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
why not like that?
I mean, I've smoked weed on the beach before. I'm like,
But I don't understand why there's such a stigma, because people smoke cigarettes out in the public all the time, and they get
Yeah, and there's no like
consequences.
fine for that.
Yeah.
because they're big businesses, bro. The
Right?
They
Big
bring,
businesses.
They bring money for America, bro. So why are they gonna regulate something like that? Like,
Yeah.
it's like,
But they can
it's
make money
what-
off of weed too. That's what I just don't understand.
But you can grow weed.
Once
Yeah.
they realize it helps them, bro, they're all for it. The government is all for it. Once they realize, like,
But it can. We see examples in California, Colorado.
mhm,
These people are banking off that shit. Like
exactly.
the tax revenues of that are insane.
Mhm.
Cause everybody, bro, I'm pretty sure the stats like 60% Americans smoke weed. 60%.
It's kind of high.
That is hot, right? Like there's a market
It's a
for
lot
this
of weed
shit.
smokers, bro. It's a lot of weed smokers.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
It's nah, it's definitely gonna change. I think it's gonna change.
Yeah, I feel like the
Yeah.
first step, like this whole war on drugs.
Joe
needs to-
Rogan is about to change it, bro.
Yo,
Joe Rogan
yo,
is about
for
to change.
real.
Yo.
Once that first podcast comes out on Spotify, bro, he's really gonna change the game.
Me and Dennison had like a whole fucking epiphany. We were like, Alex Jones is gonna come on the podcast and talk about Jeffrey Epstein. And
On this podcast,
no, yo, I wish.
Oh
I
my god.
wish. No, but you know, have you heard of Pizzagate?
pizza. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's basically
Pedophile ring.
yeah,
You know, you heard about it, right? Yeah.
it's Hillary Clinton emails and all that shit. So we had a theory that because Joe Rogan left YouTube is because if he had Alex Jones and he started talking about that shit, it would get ghosted or
Like there will be some sort of censorship.
yeah.
Like either they'll take the video down or
Mhm.
they would just like blacklist it.
'Cause
And you won't be
YouTube-
able to search for it.
Oh,
YouTube already
dude,
does
YouTube censors like how to modify your guns.
Right.
The Pornhub doesn't. So.
There'd be some random ass videos on the Pornhub show. I'm like, yo, why is this on?
Pornhub's the
I was
new
watching
YouTube.
Avatar: The Last Airbender on Pornhub before it came out on Netflix.
Yo.
Oh shit! Your mom comes up. What are you doing? No, nothing. Just watching Avatar. She sees porn. You're like, what the fuck? Oh no, but yeah, like YouTube censors stuff. So we came up with the theory that he decided to move to Spotify before he had like I guess like Alex Jones on again.
When did he recently move?
Well,
Like-
he signed a contract like what, a couple weeks ago,
Yeah.
and he's expected to. His first episode on Spotify is going to come out September 1st.
Did he have video?
Yeah,
It's
he's gonna have
be-
video.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's all gonna be on that platform.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
YouTube's definitely gonna censor him.
Yeah.
That's
Exactly.
smart move.
Like, right.
That is a smart
right.
move.
And now we think Alex Jones is gonna come on and say,
Expose everything, bro.
He was right about who was he? He was right about Jeffrey
Yeah,
Epstein
he-
before
in the last
niggas said
podcast he did.
anything.
Yeah,
He was right about him. He was right about what else?
a whole bunch of other shit.
well,
He exposes a lot of shit.
Right. Like it's actually freakishly weird how he's so right about this stuff. Like who is he talking to? Who does he
Yeah.
know? Like
I think he just does a lot of
dude
research. bro.
obviously knows people. But yo, we were running on like an hour 20.
Holy,
We'll conclude.
I didn't even
Special
feel that long.
podcast.
Yeah.
Long as fuck.
Yeah, I don't. It's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying. I don't know how Joe Rogan can just do 3 hours just straight like that. But, all right.
I mean,
Because it's a new guy every time.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
new shit to talk about.
Yeah. But hopefully Spotify calls us. You know.
Yeah.
Well, our
Hopefully.
shit is already on Spotify. It's not like they're like, yo, you want to be exclusively on our platform?
You never know, bro.
You never
You
know.
never know.
You never know. But
You got any more questions?
yeah.
I think that's it. Oh wait, how about one? Oh, tell us about your story of getting racially profiled.
Oh yes, this is funny. I think so. Me and my friend Muhammad, he's black and he's a Muslim, right? So we're walking, two tall black guys. We're walking in the mall, and we're coming out of Nordstrom.
Yeah.
And right at the passageway, it's like there's these people that have like these little stands, and they kind of like sell you stuff. So we. I don't even want to call this racially profiling, but you tell me what it is. We go up there. She immediately, this woman selling like perfume or something, or meditation, something. It was like some pills or something to just help you in your daily life.
Yeah.
She immediately runs over us. She's like, "You guys look like you guys play basketball." This will help you out. We both looked at each other like, "What the fuck? Like, what is up? What is this lady on?" But we just, we just acted cool and like, ha ha ha, like it's funny. Like, but
It hurt you deep down.
it didn't hurt me. No, it didn't hurt me at all. It was just like, why are you assuming I play basketball? Is it because I'm tall and black? Like, okay, I
It's
get
just
it.
like stereotypes. Like
Yeah.
Asian women are bad at driving.
Right. I
stuff
think
like
it was
that.
just a stereotype, but
Yeah.
maybe she didn't know. She was being a little weird, aggressive. You guys look like you guys play basketball. Like, okay. Did I have it written on my forehead? Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't see. I really don't think I've been racially profiled to the extent like I've been in an elevator and a woman clenches her purse, like I've seen that. I've passed by a car and I've heard it locked. Like, was that by coincidence or was the person just seeing me going by it? Like, I don't look in deep into it.
Yeah, I lock my doors all the time. So it's like,
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
even if it's like
Right.
a toddler, I was like, get the fuck out of here, kid.
I remember one time I was walking back from the library at 2 a.m. in the morning in college, and bro, we were going down this one sidewalk, or the sidewalk that was near my dormitory, and the sidewalk is lit up by these lamps and shit.
Yeah.
And there was a girl in front of me, but we happened to come by this lamp that was just like on, off, on, off. And I'm just walking, and you just hear my footsteps. And you hear tiny little footsteps. I'm just trying to get to my dorm, so I walk a little faster. And I just start noticing her, like, getting a little, like, scared and, like, looking back. I'm like, I just start looking at the scene. I'm like, oh, this shit looks like a murder. I'm just looking. I'm like, I have my hood up and everything. I'm like, oh, I should probably like slow down. But I don't even like. What would you call that? That's like.
That's just like it's not even really a race thing, dude.
Yeah.
That's just like a creepy
Yeah, it's just a
situation.
creepy scenario.
It was like reminds me of because on my campus we have to like from where I drop off my friend from like the gym and then go to
Mhm.
school. We have to walk through a cemetery.
Yeah.
That has no lighting at all.
That is creepy
and
as hell.
I take that route all the time. 'Cause
Yo, I would not. What if someone just comes up from the grave, bro? No.
dude, zombies aren't real. Maybe,
No. Like.
But one time I was walking, it was like 10 p.m. or so,
Yeah.
and I see someone in front of me, right?
Yeah.
But then I also get a text from my friend that to meet at the dorm real fast
Yeah.
because he has something for me.
Yeah.
So I start sprinting. I'm behind her, right? For some reason she turns around and like yelps. I'm like, and then
What?
I just run past her. I'm like, oh,
It's like, get
she thought
out.
I was gonna kill her. No, I was just running home.
It's literally like that Get Out scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But nah, man. So that was all your questions, bro?
Yeah, dude.
All right, man. We had an hour 20 long podcast. This might have been the most productive podcast we've ever
We talked
had.
about so much shit.
We talked about slavery. We talked about Jim Crows. We talked about our sentencing is too long. We talked about war on drugs. We talked about a lot of things
Yeah.
this episode.
Dude,
and
I
think
better
it's
have
definitely one
enough
for the books.
material. I gotta write
I
2
think-
pages, double spaced.
No, this will be put out. I'll put this out like tomorrow or some shit.
Yeah, so you listen to it.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, this is a good conversation.
Definitely one for the books.
Anthony will definitely be on here again.
It was a good time.
Yeah, definitely.
Love you, bro.
Hopefully we can get him high
Love
on
you,
the
bro.
podcast one day.
That would be
We should get you high. And put you on
420
Maybe,
special.
maybe.
420 special.
Yes, yes, 120.
Yeah. All right, guys.
All right, see you.
Peace out.